we go. All set up. Apart from there's no picture there, whatever. Oh, there we are. Hello. How are you doing? It's already several minutes behind. I waved. No, can I not wave? Now I'm waving. Oh, I must be like refresh the page because it's probably like 30 seconds behind. Whoop. Pop out, thank you. Let's sit that there. Hide the view count because view counts don't exist. And what have I done with that for its stream? Come on. Need something nice to look at. Whoop. Right. Yeah, so been many months since I last streamed due to long COVID and not wanting to be live streaming while I'm off ill from work. Anyhow, the sordid details of that, which I won't go into much detail, is I'm now in a position where I feel like I can stream while I'm still off work. Pending a process. And that process is going to take several weeks, so what better way than to try and get yourself back into the rhythm of work and to work on something you enjoy doing. And again, I'm doing it at a time where I always seem to stream when I'm not sure what I should be working on next. It's crazy. Anywho, why don't I just show off what has occurred since last time? So, yeah, okay, let's wait to do that maybe in here. So we're now on version 13 point whatever. Live is version 13. Actually, live is version 13.1 actually. Changes pretty much campaign, and really the whole audio is lagging behind by 1 second. And this is new. They can reset the campaigns for people who finished it and might want to go back. Why is the audio lagging like that? Horrible, horrible, horrible. Do I need to disable and re-enable? No, it's so far out. New campaign, chapter 2, anyway. So I can't even really show you anything in there anyway. So there's 3 new missions for chapter 2, which is sort of like progressing some sort of story. And we've also got a bunch of side missions one of which extends or is a variant of an existing one, and a couple of new ones. Like an encounter against an enemy for an assault. Ambush. That's what the word I was thinking of, and being ambushed. This is the Sumat cruiser, which is the enemy faction. And that is a ship you will encounter in Chapter 2. You can also play it in the skirmish. That's what I should have shown you, but hey. This is just a test scene. See that little green indicator there flying around? That is our forward thrust indicator. So if we start moving, you can see the direction we're actually travelling to, the direction we're facing. Fantastic. And then I've gone and added this quick actions command, and this is to deal with using a controller and can't fit all the controls on the controller, so we'll make controls accessible via a pop-up menu. So we can target as you like. We got sub-targeting. Oh, that was a bad target, wasn't it? Again, another bad target. And another bad. There we go. Destroyer will have. You can target subsystems, target the turrets. If we had wingmen, then we'd be able to send wingmen orders. That sort of needs to be wired a bit better to handle multiple wingmen. Currently, you've only got the one wingman. And if you've got none, then I suppose it shouldn't be selectable. Much like that, really. Yes. So a bit more work to go on there, but you see when we're clicking on it at the top there, we know what menu we've come into. Right, targeting for friendly, neutral, all contacts. When we come out there, we're now sub-targeting subsystems or turrets. We're in comms and we're speaking to all wingmen, and if they existed, like break an attack. Need to deal with like knowing that that order's been given, because it only pops up as soon as we resume, so I'm not sure about that. But all the other functions work in real time, if you want to call it like that. While it's paused, should I say. Like with all the... It's all there. And yeah, extra different type of weapon, much more faster firing than the auto cannon. What did I call it? Auto gun. Why not? You got an auto cannon, we got an auto gun. Yeah. Keep headbutting this. It's annoying. Stop headbutting things, Daniel. And it's been an extensive list of bug fixes and improvements as well. you can see this is playable and all the turrets just about fit on there. Let's see, now that I've got wingman, I could say, yeah, let's like attack my target. Maybe we'll sub-target subsystem. What can we see? We'll go for an engine, as this is something that has been happening long time. In fact, I just realised we can't sub-target an engine, but we can. Oh, that's interesting. Tell my wingmen to attack that subsystem. Getting battered. Ouch. Maybe I'll change you and turn the other way. This is on the arms stripped away. You can see that engine has been taking damage now. And eventually, when it takes enough damage, oh, as you can see, I've lost my engine. So that was destructible substructures, basically. That was something that I was working on 18 months ago. And then, because of illness, I never got around to actually fully implementing it into the game or having a scenario that I could, you know, fit it in. And it was only until chapter 2 where we could actually slot it in and get it working. This is really annoying with these audio sources. How did I sort it out last time? I know none of that made a difference. Oh. Okay. The frame sync experimentals seem to be the problem. It was a new feature that got added, so okay, I can live with that. Suppose I should look at Trello and see what I could possibly work on. Maybe that pop-up screen, who knows? Maybe not. Maybe we'll wait for feedback on that. Hey, look at that. 1,257 cards worked on. So split this board up a bit more as well. Known issues. And things to bear in mind going forward. So much shit. So much shit. And then level editor. Stuff on there I've identified, which would be good if, you know, probably one, if I release it, and two, things to introduce conditional actions, which eventually allow stories and events to happen in a mission via scripted logic to occur, and just basically add new functionality to allow that to happen. Bunch of AI stuff. That's going to be a forever evolving process. as we continue this framework from going from A-Spec onwards, but some AI improvements like you saw can now attack subsystems, and they will actually position themselves to be able to hit that subsystem. Need to implement that for turrets actually. Because it literally needs to be defined on a subsystem basis per ship, where I'm basically defining, say, like this is the angle of attack that you should be going within. And yeah, I actually fixed a bug with the AI pathfinding, which I didn't realize was an issue until I brought in a very large object. I think I've resized it now, so it probably won't work. But there was a problem with the pathfinding. Let's see if we can find it. Pretty soon we've just put it back though. So we've got an avoid test. Let's see. What are we avoiding? It's only small. Like you see, it's avoiding this object directly in front of it that I've destroyed on the cursor. To get past it, and what I found out is it couldn't actually do it. How it was actually avoiding things was a miracle in the first place, but it effectively couldn't, and that was just due to an error in the math calculations that I was using for sending out what they called, like points. Sends out a point feelers, what they called, when you like raycasts, sending out raycasts. So it's supposed to like send out a raycast forward and then through the sides and then the top and bottom and then diagonally. So it's testing with a thick raycast to see if there's anything like within that sort of radius of the direction it's looking. And the raycast just sort of like went forward and then like maybe panned out to some size, and then the math went weird and wouldn't actually be looking where it should be looking. And the only reason I figured that out because I did a draw line to test it, and the only reason it worked originally is to do with I think there was a direction the ship was originally facing. So if it's at vector 0, 0, 0 facing forward, then yeah, it'll probably work fine. Because it was doing calculations in world position, sort of ish, not quite, but yeah, it would fail if it was facing any other direction. We got better, we fixed it, we're carrying on. That's all we can do, is just to, learn from the experience and improve. And yeah. So it's been very long, slow process, arduous process. But hey, we have released into early access. I mean, that's new, isn't it? So we got chapter 1, chapter 2. We've got a demo which now also has a prologue leading events leading up to the first chapter. So I've now released a prologue, updated the demo along with all the changes up to version 13, and just removed the other 2 chapters and assets related to those chapters. just to keep the file size down. And a net positive as that is those who've been playing Early Access build, the playtime has increased a few minutes, which is great. I've not seen any increase in the playtime for the demo, because that has been stuck at 5 minutes for ever, which is not great. But then, even when the first demo was released, can't even see the demo in unreleased apps anymore. Yeah, let's have a look at the demo. I'm going to expect it'll take a while to move, but I'm expecting that number of minutes to eventually move. You know, there's like 17,000 people who've downloaded it, but only 700 and odd you've actually played it. You know? And these numbers seem to be actually stagnant, so whether it's like, you know, these have increased, I've no idea. Maybe people have played it longer. The fact that there's like 8 people who've played it for 200 plus minutes, you know, not a great deal, but you know, it shows there is been replayability in what was there, which was just a skirmish in the prologue. So I think some people are getting a lot of enjoyment out of either continually replaying the prologue, which I doubt it, or for playing skirmish, which would make more sense. So keeping an eye on that, see if that'll increase. If that increases, then maybe we're on the right track of the onboarding experience. Though, to be honest, based on sales since the demo, probably not. Probably not at all. So we'll have a look. Show the stats. Oh, we didn't sell anything today. We didn't sell anything yesterday. Oh, we did. Woohoo. We actually sold. Wow. At full price, no less. Oh, thank you. But like, it was like 2 sales in the last week. Within 2 weeks, no other sales. And within the last month, 5. Oh, if I lived in some country where the dollar was worth massively more, maybe I'll be happy, but let's look at 3 month, like, which pretty much covers most of the release. Well, 62, $495, half that. There are 250 when all sales in that, and then currency conversion, something around £200, 220-ish maybe, I don't know, a bit more than that. But if we look at the year, then yeah, maybe I've earned about £400 altogether, and maybe someone's bought it specifically Proton for Linux. That doesn't make sense. Your app is not available for Linux, but players can still play it via Proton for Linux. So is that just someone who says, I'm buying this to play it in Proton? I have no idea. And then we can see also a couple of packages now exist. Well, actually, maybe they bought it in that bundle. Did they buy it in that bundle? Oh, someone bought the bundle. Someone bought the bundle. I think that's the first sale. Sweet. So we've now got a couple of bundles. We had the Independent Space Alliance bundle, which Absolute Territory joined in back in, was it 2020? Back in just after some, or maybe 2021, around that time, with a bunch of other titles. With Rings of Saturn, Carrier Command, Gaia Mission, Star Explorers, Approaching Infinity, Take on Mars, Solar Sentinels, Star Singularity, Earth X, and my Absolute Territory. And that's, you know, constantly 60% off unless something else is on sale and then it goes a bit more cheaper. And then the idea is maybe like yearly update for extra titles to go in. So now I've got Absolute Territory and A-Spec First Assault in the Independent Space Alliance 2024 bundle. We've got Liberation, Astra Protocol 2, Earth X, Solar Sail, Star Explorers, Rings of Delta. So some titles from the first bundle, but new titles as well. And given the way the nature of these bundles are set up, is that if you already have the existing titles, the bundle's going to be cheaper anyway, because it knocks those prices off. And then got an old Digitum Software bundle, which will be added to as the titles come on. So that will just be all games I release as and when they come to exist. And we've got A-Spec First Assault, Absolute Territory in there, and yeah, took me ages just to get that freaking text working, but you can see my skills do not lie in art. When I find myself in a more financially stable position, maybe I'll find a decent artist who can do what I want, because my first foray into that was a very shit experience. And then we'll have a look at refund data. Someone says it's not fun. Doesn't say why it's not fun. Someone says it crashes frequently, but nothing what it showed. It's just prologues, not good. Well, that has nothing to do with crashing in the slightest, and they obviously didn't play through to the end of the prologue, because there was chapter 1 and then all the side missions in there as well. So, good riddance. But maybe that review or that refund is why they come along and say no. Just no. It's like, wow, what did you not like about it? Have they refunded it? I thought they would. If they had, it would say product refunded. Little odd. Darklark, I think he's a Reddit moderator on the Space Game Reddit subreddit, sci-fi game Reddit. Fun little game, looking forward to full release. Yeah, okay. And that's it. Only 2 shitty reviews. I say shitty, I mean, I'd hope I would have had a few more reviews on there to help determine if am I on the right line. What should I be working on? Absolute territory. We're stuck on 18 reviews for like the last year onwards, if not longer. So, yeah. It didn't do well. I was expecting, based on wish lists, that A-Spec would have had a few more extra sales, but no, it was sort of on par, which is really strange because I put a lot of effort in advertising Absolute Territory to get those wish lists, and it was still something like 500 wish list short on release than what A-Spec was. So I thought, well, given that those extra wish lists would be in there, we'd actually, you know, get some more sales on there. But it could be just the fact that Early Access has got its stigma. You still get people buying Early Access expecting a complete full game, bug-free and no issues, despite the warning panel. You know, when you go to a game which has got in Early Access and it says, Early Access game. Get instant access and start playing. Get involved with this game as it develops. Note: this early access game is not complete and may or may not change further. If you're not excited to play this game in its current state, then you should wait to see if the game progresses further in development. And then you get people crying, oh, it's like people should, like, they stop developing games, they should refund. It's like, please just read the message. Read the information that's clearly on the screen and advising you not to buy it if you don't like Early Access and want to play the full title on release. Wait till it's released. I digress. Tis the internet. Oh, these glasses are burning into my nose. Why? Why? How long have I been rambling on for? Not even an hour. That's fine. Half an hour maybe. Given the rickety start we had, you know. Anywho, if you're not a bot and you're a lurker, you're welcome to lurk, and it's perfectly fine. I will try and ramble on and explain what I'm doing here, there, and everywhere. And participation is not required, other than you just sit there and have me as background noise with my sultry voice. I also need to figure out what I'm going to work on. What should I be working on? I am wondering whether or not I should put any of the flight controls on that quick access, such as setting the speed to full 0 and also maybe actually changing the way the throttle is set. Currently I've got set speed to 1/3, 2/3, and it's like it's a bit of a pointless thing that I've put in there. Perhaps it would be better to have increase speed by an increment, so increase by 25%, much like Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, which totally makes sense, but there's purists who don't like that. So you add it as an additional feature. and then let players decide what their control schemes are going to be, and then you get to say, your control scheme's shit. It don't make sense. Ah! It's like, why don't you reuse the binding screen that allows you to, you know, rebind the controllers to schemes and buttons and whatnot to your liking? What? How dare I do such a thing? It should work exactly as I expected to. Blah 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 blah. I haven't actually had anyone say that. It's just like pop-up saying the control schemes like not what they expected, and it's like, well, come up with a control scheme. What is, and I'll look at it. So I've got one person who might be doing that. So it'll be interesting to see what, you know, people really expect in a control scheme, and I do wonder whether or not, based on that, you know, just to save people the possibility of 30 minutes rebinding control scheme to their liking, that will add like Steam Workshop for controller bindings for devices. That player can be user submitted, they can upload their own. But to do that, and we'll just look at it very briefly, this is what I'll have to contend with if I did do that. So, come in here. We're going in our profiles, which is your player profile, because, oh yeah, you can save your control scheme per Steam account. Great, isn't it? So it's this controller data. And other than that first line in there, which whenever I make a version change to the controls, it literally just wipes out all the data, unfortunately, because I've no other way around it. I do not understand the information this contains. So first of all, can I format the data? There we go. Pretty print. There's some settings up here. How many lines have we got to contend with? Only 2,259 lines. And this seems to be a start of a control type. So we've got hardware grid, we've got a bunch of random numbers. I have no idea what that is. Oh, here we go. It's my X52. It says there, hardware identifier. So we've got the calibrations for all the various access it has, which is quite a few. And then keyboard map data version 2, whatever this is, source map, category ID, layout. Yeah, these ID numbers, stuff that I would need to look in Rewired to see what that is. I'll just tell you what this is down here. That's a mouse map. That's a keyboard map. Interesting. Joystick map. These a bit more understanding or not. It's just a lot of things like so. The problem with Rewired, which is a third-party controller, which is absolutely exceptional and fantastic, and if you don't own it on Unity, then you should, and stop using whatever Unity keeps gibbering out and garbaging it out. It is guavaman.com/rewired. The only problem I have is when I make changes to controls, and if there's a conflict or not, then it doesn't know how to handle it. So let's say, for example, I add an additional key control, as in, like, let's say I add afterburner, and I want a key for the afterburner. So I add the afterburner action into Rewired, and I give it a default key press. Let's say it's like the tab key press. Then and what I think happens, if the player has rebinded their controls and say already assigned tab to like slide, then it will just break the controls, and the controls just generally stop working until the player resets the control scheme. So that's why whenever I do a version change, it deletes the control scheme. But what I should, I guess, do is go through, identify conflicts, and resolve conflicts. Or at least advise the player there are conflicts with key bindings, and how would you like to deal with it? Would you like to edit those bindings? Reset those bindings? Ignore bindings? Or just force them in there? Yeah. So then I also couldn't just share this either, could I? Because, or can I? It's a hardware grid. I'd have to understand what a hardware grid is, and does it change per device, or is it always the same for each X52 controller that you have sold? Which I'm going to guess it probably is, and not unique to the device, individual device itself, and it's just to that model. Device model. So you'll have the X52 Pro and then the X52, and they'll both have probably different hardware grids, maybe. Oh. I would have to maybe either export the data to my own format and then import it that way, or some other way, who knows. Whoop. It is Wednesday, and that means one thing. It's the dawn of a new day. Oh, secret information in there. No eyes for you. I think I need to take a short break, take some paracetamol, make myself a brew, decide on a plan on what to do. I'll be right back. I'll keep the microphone on in case I pause it and come back and forget. Like a fool. Oh, I'm a genius. Is a little higher today, I don't know why. Oh, I just put the kettle on after thinking I'd like 30 seconds beforehand put more water in it just to put it back on its stand and not turn it on. So it's like switch it on, like kettle boils. Ah, there's not enough water to make a brew in that. Feeling a bit nasally as well. Another one, a bit of X. Oh, excuse me. I've been in here that. Oh. Yeah. Tearing paper. Just ripping up a bit of paper. Yeah. Don't know why I'm watching. Away with that one. Oh. Oh. What the hell on about? Whew. Yeah, so for the last month I have been playing Helldivers after playing Pal World for a month. And that is a shit ton of fun. Absolute massive amounts of fun. So if you've got a PlayStation 4 or a PC capable of running it and you don't care about the flame war of kernel anti-cheat like Valve anti-cheat uses it. So if you play Counter-Strike, there's no excuse for saying, I don't like kernel anti-cheat, I'm not going to buy any games with M-Protect or GameGuard or whatever, because Valve anti-cheat is kernel level anti-cheat. So any Valve game has VAC. That's it. You already have it installed. You've got Steam installed. It VAC's part of Steam. It's funny how people overlook certain glaring issues if it's a platform they love, or if it's just some random developer, and then it's totally different. The lack of information is concerning. Right, what we're going to work on today? Come along. I want to do something. Dude, sort your dog out. Why would you share that information? Yeah, you just wouldn't. Anyway, a sub goal. Your subs goal of 10 was just started. What sub goal? I have a sub goal. Oh, I do. Apparently, I do have a sub goal. Which used to be a followers goal and has now changed. No. I don't want no fucking sub goal. Fuck off. Did I ask you to change that for me, Twitch? You changed it 7 days ago before I even been on the stream again. Why would you interfere with my stream? Ah, yes. Squishy VTubers. Oh. Ooh, Scarlett Johansson's messaged me. Ooh, I'll be on Instagram. No. You have some games to recommend. That's hilarious. The user has turned on block whispers from strangers in their privacy settings and must start a conversation with you first. They did. They did start a conversation with me first. How ironic. How moronic. Hello, are you a Twitcher? Are you affiliated? Keep it up. Your channel's fantastic. Keep it up. You're my favorite Twitch streamer. Yeah. Bots. You just say hello and like they don't actually say anything different. It's hilarious. And it's like just trying to get information out here. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to create a dashboard, trying to find alerts. Is it alerts? It might not be alerts. Hi there, your community would love to see you go live. Ease back into it with a weekly stream. Shall we set this up? How did I get there? That's in progress. Gamedev. From what? Like, we'll say like from 10 till 12 for 2 hours. And if we stream earlier than that, then bonus. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh. What? Do I have to add another? Oh. Oh. Am I actually, by doing this, adding? I have no idea. I'm just clicking it and it's like just maybe doing something. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. This is clearly not what I was expecting. So I've now like sort of maybe. Ooh, you've earned 0.0000 for the last week. Yes, I've not been streaming. Thank you. What we're looking for. I can't read with my glasses on and the monitor in front of me. It's a little weird. What am I looking for? Sort of like that banner at the bottom, isn't it? It's like, how do I change that? What is it? It's not a survey. Is it an alert? It's not an alert, is it? No, it's not an alert. Activity. Have I streamed last month? No. 3 months ago? Oh, maybe it was Pal World. I don't know. Ooh, look at all these glorious followers that I can see. What's the point of that? It's a bit random, isn't it? You know what? Like, the most easiest way I can think of solving this issue is just to go like, gone. Twitch goal. No more a goal. Not on that page anyway. Not on my screen, it's not. Nope. Wrong screen. Yeah. Oh, and we've totally not even changed the screen from there. Okay, well, you didn't need to see any of that anyway, did you? You didn't want to see it. There was nothing to see anyway. I'm just... can't see anything. I have to look through the top of the freaking glasses, and to do that I need to sit up straight and engage the lock. And shut up. It's going to be a really crappy stream, this one today. So changes possibly in the future. Ah, yes. Bit of beard hair. Nasty. Oh, it's not even facing me. Look at my glorious face. You know you want to. So, in addition to increase, decrease, throttle, allow high percentage, which will then allow us to remove the throttle resets 0, 1, third, 2, third, full. You can see it's effectively doing that by 25%. So always good to just have a bit of explanation, just in case I'm having a moment and everything seems crystal clear, and then tomorrow I'll look at it and think, what the was I thinking? Oh, I just want to be playing Helldivers, but also I don't. You know. So what's the rotary cannon? Between auto gun and auto cannon. Maybe it's stuff like that, then heat build up, I guess. Well, it can be one of two things, isn't it? An energy mechanic, or heat. Like, well, let's just call it heat. Heat or energy. And then the other one being having to reload. So in effect, it's just have a magazine, and then a bit rapid firing, pew pew pew, whatever. And it's like, oh, the magazine's empty. I now have to reload and wait a while. And now I can't shoot until it's done. And maybe I need to adjust. Yeah. No, that would work. Certainly would. Yeah, that would work. Oh, so tired already. An hour and a half. I think we'll do what Twitch said and we'll just ease ourselves in. So what better way to ease ourselves in is to show off what I've done. Rather than trying to force myself working on something which I've just tried to do for the last hour and not getting anywhere. Well, that's my hour of work that I've tried to achieve. Let's play the game. So we could end up playing through prologue, but I've already played the prelogue, so let's jump to chapter 1. Yes, thank you. We've now got our ship, and we could actually say, well, you know what? Get rid of these auto cannons, and how many prestige? I've only got 64, so maybe we'll stick the auto gun on the back. That might be good. More likely to shoot something down. Blah, blah, blah. Story stuff. You can see we've got a wingman there, and what happens when we do this? Oh, we are still effectively travelling forward, and now we're not. How does it know which way's forward? I do not know. It might be linked to the camera rather than the ship direction. Possibly. I think it is, actually. Anywho, so I also changed the view, made it more inside. Maybe different cockpit zoom modes, maybe might make a sense, because now that's literally on the nose of the ship, which might make a bit more sense in certain ships than others, but not when things start trying to clip through you. It won't. Also done a rehash of the audio again. Tried to make sure the audio's not too horrible. On break and attack, engaging hostiles. Also updated the glyphs there, fleet order, engage hostiles. So it now... Oh, who got the kill? Probably you, didn't you? Well, that super weapon firing. Might as well change the gun to shoot other enemies. So we've got gun priorities, so you can tell them to only engage our current target, like this guy in front, or shoot anything else that might pop into view. If the current target's not in view, like it's now shooting and I don't have a target, I'll just say only shoot my primary target if you want to focus your fire, and make sure all your guns are focused on that target so you can then travel through all your firing arcs. Or you can tell it to stop firing, or just shoot at whatever's in front of you or in your arc if things aren't going too great. I have to tell them to there. I also need some status updates so whenever they decide to do something different. So I'm getting shot at, press Control R. And I can tell them to attack my target. Great, isn't it? Oh shit. Who's shooting me? Go on, attack my target. Hey, you can see all the damage control systems are a bit knackered. And it's also overlapping. Which is not too good. So I wonder if the game may be a little bit too difficult. Or it's me not paying attention and... See? Who else is shooting at you? I would hope that my turrets might dissuade them from shooting me, but probably only if they didn't have any armour. There we go. We've dealt with everyone shooting me. Now we can take care of these. Ooh, looks like he's on fire. I've made it so the auto gun, which is the rear fitting gun, is very likely to hit its target. Might increase the distance by about 2,000 meters. You can also see the accuracy is now affected of my gun, and they can miss if the target decides to change velocity after I've fired because of the travel time. So this isn't your arcade game. Oh no, all my crew were dead, and now we're repairing the crew so that they're alive again. Ah, yes. Fantastic. Oh, that means the bridge will, oh, look at that. Eee. See how the times are increasing? That's because the crew affect the repair rate. Look at that. Just flying through it now. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! And then we exit like that, and now we got brand new equipment. We have burst cannons, a machine gun, and shotgun style blaster. Speaking of shotguns, there's this weapon shotgun on there, Helldivers 2, called the Breaker. It's fucking like a sniper rifle or assault rifle. When have you known, like, a shotgun to hit a target 25 meters away perfectly with its spread? It's like got a choke on it. It's like, oh, it's fantastic. It burns through ammo quickly, but that's because you are fucking shredding the enemies down. Ooh, all that prestige now we've got. I can fit more weapons, so we'll upgrade the auto guns on there. Maybe we'll stick missiles in there so we'll not be fecking useless, and increase the firing rate of our guns. And can we put something more interesting on here? Well, we've got a burst auto cannon 2, but that's faster velocity, reduced DPS, and faster and further range. So maybe, given that, you know, just because of the range and the velocity, we can hit those slow moving targets. Because the speed's almost on par with the auto gun. And then I might say, well, I'm not happy with that loadout, so I'm just going to save it. And then if I ever come back after making changes, I can always switch back. Alright, we're now playing a scan mission. There's a 4 enemy fighters. We can fire off missiles and... Oh! Did you just die? Oh, hello there, Suave and Laser One. I'm actually now playing a video game that I made. It's called A-Spec First Assault. It's on Early Access on Steam. I've only just noticed you, so you could, I don't know how idea how long ago you talked. I do apologise. Can I actually get timestamps? Oh, I can get timestamps. Oh, 2 minutes ago. 5 to 2 minutes ago. Oh, that's okay. How you doing? So this is a space combat game that I've been working on for the last 3 years. Is it 3 years? 4 years? 3.5 years since I released Absolute Territory, which is another space combat dogfighting game. The difference is Absolute Territory is to do with fighters, the very things that I'm blowing up right now, and A-Spec is flying Corvette-sized ships, maybe some slightly larger ones. But you'll also be fighting like destroyers and cruisers and battle cruisers. That's the plan. So it's a bit more turret-based combat. As you can see, I've got turrets attached, which are a deterrent. You shoot me, I could just casually make my way over there, let my turret do the job. Where are you going? You know what, just fire the missiles off, yes. See if that sorts you out, sunshine. Boom! I'm a genius. Yeah, so you fly in Corvette, you can equip it, new weapons, loadouts, whatnot. Subsystems. Don't know whether I'm gonna do, you know, like special ability actions, like enable this button to give you 500% increase in your thrusters, and therefore your ship looks like you're flying on ice. Not on ice, on like an airplane. Or currently I've got what I call passive modules, which just give passive bonuses in there. And I was thinking of adding active modules, which will activate on a hotkey, like World of Warcraft or whatever. You activate your abilities, and they're on a cooldown, and they do special things. What those special things would be, there would be various effects on your systems, probably. So whether or not I do that, I do not know. It would make sense. Might have to get rid of the afterburner if I did that and actually have it on an afterburner key. Or I could do what I did in Absolute Territory, and what you might be familiar with if you played Elite Dangerous, where you can adjust your power to subsystems, and maybe all the passive modules and stuff will improve the performance of the ship that way. Potentially. You know? Something like that. So it's a bit like EVE Online with regards to the passive modules. So I've got magnetic calibrations, which give an increased fire rate and increase the maximum range. But when each subsequent U1 on, the cumulative effect reduces until, like, you put a load on, then that effect is barely noticeable. So then you might want to consider putting another module in there, which will give a bigger increase to that module system, because the bonuses are only reduced for each subsequent module. And I do wonder if I might should do the same with like equipping the weapons, whether that should actually reduce like the firing rate of that. No idea though. Stuff to learn as I go along and adjust and see how it goes. But yeah, what guns have we got? Have we actually got any? No, we just played a side mission, so we're just now accruing prestige points, so that we can then go to the next chapter. So we've now got a distress call, and we're heading to assist in any way we can. We've got enemy fighters and a light Corvette that is capable of protecting itself and could probably take care of these guys, but it'll take them like 20 years. You know? You see, he's brought the forward shield down a bit, but that shield regenerates quite quickly because it's like paper thin armor, and all we've got is very weak weapons that are effectively pretty fucking useless. With some that are totally OP like this MLRS, which I suppose is needed for when we come across the heavier enemies, most certainly. I should be able to shoot you from here if you're keeping the same direction, please. Stop changing, stop accelerating, stop turning. Can't hit you if you keep moving. Gotta go in a straight line, please. There we go. Nearly. And you can see we've got damage of quadrants. That means that you've got front, side, top, bottom armor on most ships. The fighter, you've got just forward armor, so if you get behind them, shoot the engines, and they're going to go down very quickly. And then with the hull, which is that middle circle, which is slowly turning into Pac-Man death animation. That's the hull. When the hull goes, ship's dead, and there's only one slice of that. So no matter where you get hit, it's gonna decrease the hull. And there we go, we have saved our light Corvette from the alien infestation menace. Well, they're not really aliens. Don't know what they are yet. Set in the far, 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 far distant future. Convoys. So yeah, this has been in the making really for a very long time. I started making a space combat game way back 20 plus years ago. Was 2D back then, but my inspiration was Wing Commander because I fucking love Wing Commander. It's a fantastic game. Wing Commander 1. Wing Commander 2 is okay, and then the others are okay. Privateer, and there's another one. Like Wing Commander Privateer is fantastic. And way back then there was pretty much no games like that, so I figured I'll make my own and try to replicate that, but you know, never really got far. I pretty much got the engine, the framework done, and then I had to create a level editor, and then I just like gave up on it because I literally had to create a level editor for it, so that wasn't any fun. And then I dossed around a bit with it and like put it in XNA, it's C#, and then eventually I found Unity. Oh, I can exit now, I don't have to go to a jump point. And then I started working on Space Combat game, which evolved into Absolute Territory after about 10 years of development. No, let's split that into half, given all the bouts of procrastination, etc. that was involved. And then that released in September 2020, and I decided I would then, because people were saying they want to see games, space games with big ships instead of fighters, I decided to make this, and lo and behold, no one's interested in space dogfighting in large warships. So these are the early missions. Combat's fairly easy. Get used to controls, experiment with the different types of weapons you've got out there that you want to try. Oh, it's a scan mission, is it? Get familiar with being in space, the fact that, well, looking forward doesn't mean you fly forward, and it takes time for your ship to adjust its course. And like maybe even doing a 180 might be a quicker way of adjusting your deceleration, since your rear engines are going to have more power than your forward ones. We have the required data. Victorious. Another scout mission. So many scouts. Actually ignore what we wanted to and just fly to the objective, scan, let them come to us and pick them off with missiles. Since we've got a good old range there, being able to fire them off. Pretty much guarantee a salvo of missiles finishing them off as well. Looks like it only requires 3 direct hits out of the 5. Really do need to change how those missiles act afterwards, because they're trying to find another target, but I've told them that they cannot do so, so they should just like fly straight off forward, I guess, and explode later, there and then maybe, who knows. So that's that one. Can we get to do a main mission now? Yay, we can! Right, so mission 2, remind me, what are we? Okay, convoy escorts, yes. There's our convoy, and there's the enemy. Maybe we won't fly to them, they can fly to us. How's about that? Skills. Right, that should kill you, surely. Yep. So we got another gunship. If you watch them, you might see. There we go. See those 3 dots there? Those are bombs. We've killed it, so they might miss. No, looks like they actually hit. Oh yeah, the self-target, not target-based stuff we tap on the launcher. That would require too much effort and code. Good idea just to take these gunships down and give them the payloads they have on board. The hotkey for this, so Moon, Shadow, Voyager, you were attacking that, so we can find out who's causing a threat to our convoy. Prioritise accordingly using our hotkeys. Who's at radiant green? Who's shooting me? You are. We got the hotkeys. Where are you? Oh, this is what? Let's shoot the other way. Is that it? Is there not someone else who's up there? Well, by prioritising your targets, you can do quite well. Because if you didn't, then you might end up losing a couple of these escorts, convoys, ships, things. Right, there you are. Oh, and one last. And away we go. And there we go. This is the main mission, so because I've done so well, I get to watch them travel through the jump point, which is just here, which is great. You know, look at them all trying to avoid each other because of my poor effort of collision avoidance. It's like they're all going at the same speed. They don't need to be avoiding each other. It's not a problem. You're not going to hit it. You're never going to hit each other. Just fly straight, please. Show that I can actually code. So yeah, the it needs a bit of fine-tuning, but it's literally treating it like it's a stationary object. It's traveling in that direction. It probably doesn't realize actually how fast the other object is going, so we need to cancel out well, we need to include the speed of that object, so then they can decide, well, you know what, we're both going in the same direction, we're both going at the same speed, we're not going to hit each other until such and such a time, and we'll just keep on flying until, you know, minimum safe distance, and then we'll make efforts to avoid. Yes. And did we get anything new out of that? Yes, we did. We now got a better burst autocannon. Captain B money. Maybe make it into a gate. Yes, certainly. That's the plan. I've got assets for a gate. I just need to consider how, when we're, you know, thinking of science terms, Lagrange points. When would it be a point? When would it be a gate or highways like X4? Consider there, and then I can decide on how it would be, you know, just get an idea of if I was to, you know, in the future try to consider how transport would actually work. Or maybe I should just ignore all that and just slap in a gate at any point where they jump in and out. Might make life easier. And let's see now. I'll keep the... Is there any point keeping the X3 gun on the rear? I mean, it only does 33 damage, and we've got something what can do significantly more damage. Like you. But don't have enough hit points for you, do we? Maybe need to remove you. How many hit points do we have now? 92. We could put that in for 57. Or if I wanted to make sure that is actually... Oh, why are you not letting me... Oh yeah, I've got to go turrets, sort by, prestige cost, descending order, new filter in there. So now it's like, well, I know how expensive they are, so it's a little awkward. Why would it not let, actually? Why would it not let me go up here? Oh, now it does. Okay, so still need to fix that somehow. So when I went, saw, close. No, it lets me do it now, doesn't it? What we wanted, turrets. How annoying. I thought that would allow me to highlight that. Have I not done that? Oh well. That's what we wanted. Anyway, how are you doing, money? What's new? Let's see. Increased damage or firing rate and range. 34.7 as opposed to... Yeah. Magnetic calibration seems the better one. You just got up. Oh, no wrong with that. Let's see. Might load out maybe that one. Now, what do I want to do? Do I want to do a seek and destroy or protect convoy? Well, given that the last mission was a convoy, let's do seek and destroy. And we are seeking and destroying the fighters. Oh. Just casually fly over to it. No rush. Casually just fire a salvo of missiles. Casually switch to another target and fire off our burst auto cannons. Switch to another target. Woo, look at that ship fly. Physics. I love physics. Missile explosions just cause it to fly off. Oh, it missed. Don't worry, they'll come back and and there it goes flying off. Ah. I laugh like a maniac. Oof, that was only one hit, wasn't it? One, two, three, four. Yeah. Oh, one hit from the rear, and that's enough. Oh, that's good to know. Oh. Whew. Okay, protect convoy or destroy convoy. Well, if we're going to destroy a convoy, then we need to change, if we can. Oh, there we go. We need to use the blaster, because the blaster is like highest DPS. Plus we can also use our missiles. So who's protecting you? We'll see how well our guns work. I'll probably end up just shooting the convoy more than anything else, unless I can keep them out firing range. Is that going to hit the other transport? Oh, still far away. There we go. At least they're attacking those fighters, so we can just try and take off these guys. And I've slightly overcompensated on the direction we're traveling. So let's try and get speed down, because now we're going to be yeah. Whee. Shit, that was a waste of ammo. Okay, I'll attack you then. Oh shit. Reverse! Reverse! Forward! 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 So if you get attacked from behind, you can just approach them quicker. Get them off your tail. Bit like a pit stop. And maybe they'll just finish you off because you're that close to us because you're an idiot and I've got shotguns. Hello! You like my shotgun? Come on, die already. There's plenty of time to finish these guys up anyway. Could have took care of the fighters and then mop these up, but it wouldn't have been as interesting. Very boring experience. I am thinking the fact that certain turrets have different uses, we should give them additional priorities to whatever they're targeting to the type of target. So like the auto gun, it would be nice to be able to tell it to prioritise fighters and such smaller craft, and then generally look for a larger. In that way, you know, your turrets are going to be more effective than just shooting whatever's in view as being the closest, which might not be the best. That's the last of my missile salvo gone. There we go. Oh, lovely. Protect convoy, destroy convoy. Let's go with protect, it's quicker. Let's load up my last preset. That'll do. So, protect. Easy enough to do protect as well. I think I'd actually have more prestige and experience for doing the attack convoy, because you get more experience for destroying a convoy ship than you would do a little fighter. On top of the base rewards that you get for completing the mission. Oh, it's a gunship. So gunships have forward and rear armour, as you can see them recharging now, and also more tougher, and they've got their own turret weaponry, along with bombs as well. Those are my missiles. There we go. Boom. Got some construction going on at the bottom of my yard. There's a football field. So there it looks that they were putting down an artificial pitch last year, but then they expanded on what they were planning on doing. So while they got permission originally from the council, they expanded it, and therefore they needed to put in another plan of what they wanted to do, and so they stopped doing it for like the last 6 months. And it looks like they've they started back up again. It looks like they've got the permission in some respect, because looks like they're carrying on putting down all the soil and stonework and drainage system in there. Just wondering whether they'll do the rest, because they want to put in big big lights, and on the planning permission. They said they were nowhere near trees, and one of them is like, I've got a tree like 8 foot away from where they plan to put one of them, and then at the other end, I'm on the side of where the football pitch would be, at the top end, at one of the goals. There's lots of trees there, so it seemed they weren't very. They were a bit disingenuous on that, saying there were no trees. But whether or not that would have affected their permission, I do not know. So we'll end up seeing if one day I look out and I see a big old metal erection in my view, sat next to my tree. Okay, third mission. Oh, actually, let's refit, because this is another... Is that all it was, Master 2? Yeah, okay. Well, I've got 39 points I could fit on there. I could like... Got so many fitting points. Which one was the best? Magnetic calibration 10.13. Gun damage 10.13. 58.88. 58.88. What? Why is it making the exact same? So about for another one, and 60.13 or 60.35. See. So you notice the difference then, a little bit of extra DPS because we've not put the same thing in. We've got the burst auto cannon, for LRS, burst auto cannon, or blaster. Oh, that's why, isn't it? Because an auto cannon would have required more fitting than the blaster, based on how I've considered. So we do have some fighter escorts on here, but I'm pretty much just going to ignore them. Oh, how did they shoot my rear? Yeah. So that's the other thing with the shape of my vessel. They can hit the rear of my ship and hit the rear damage even though it's in front, and that's pretty much when I was looking at the issue, thinking that's a bit weird. Well, if you ever played Mech Warrior 5 and online, exact same issue. Because it's where the impacts occur in real world, not the direction you're facing, the target, the direction the target's facing you. I don't know if the audio's blaringly loud there or not. Probably is, given that it's all the way up master volume, so let's bring that down. Oh. Reverse, reverse. else? Why are you still shooting me? How are you still shooting me? Alright, so they're jumping out now. That gives me a little bit of time to try and finish this guy off before he jumps out, because they've got a drive malfunction. And that drive malfunction was fatal. And I'm on fire, literally. Okay. So now that we completed that one, we've now got some new equipment. Fantastic. So we've got a better blaster. Got blaster turrets. Also got artillery weapons. And also a wingman. We've only got 494 that we can, like, use. So we'll have artillery and MLRS on you, and shall we try and just do the same? MLRS on you, and then we've still got a bit of prestige, so how much? 100, 50. Let's filter 2. Auto gun. So wanted to, we've got 78 fitting points, so we could have two that auto gun. Well, that wasn't my best. Can't do that. Fine, I'll just put that on you there. You'll need it more than me. Okay. So we can now got 2 ships, and we had to adjust our loadout because we can't just fit the best equipment on both because we don't have the funds, even though we've got lots of funds. And we could do an ambush so you can destroy. I suppose I should really do ambush because the last time I played this it was really tough because we have a frigate and a fighter and gunships behind us, so maybe we should take on the frigate. It's it is a mission that you can just quit out of. Maybe I should put that as a possibility of actions, because you quit out of it and then, oh shit, it's an actual frigate. It's a heavy frigate. Fuck. It's a tough frigate. Its sole purpose is to be annoyingly chipping away at you with its stupid weak auto cannons. As you can see, they are weak, but it's annoying. It's quite easy for it to repair itself. And you've got to try and go in there and trying to close the distance on them, and it's not easy. And I don't know where my wingman is. Maybe he's now under attack and got distracted. Yeah, he's under attack and getting distracted. Shit. Shit. No, that's not what I said. No, you're not. Oh, bolts. So see how I played that wrong? So my wingman got distracted by these guys, and because of my hubris, died. So we can restart the mission. I was like, okay, I'll restart it, or we can quit If we restart, then now I've got actually different types of enemies to come up against. Maybe we'll go for the gunships this time because they are faster. And my wingman AI does not know how to use the afterburner just yet. So we'll see if we can take them out fairly quickly. Attack my target if you can. And they're throwing bombs at me, which thankfully once you've passed them, you know, those bombs are travelling onwards and are not going to get me. Right, now attack that one. Try not to get hit by the bomb payload that it's going to throw off. It looks like there's a second one there as well. Or a third one, yeah. This is the third one. So now who's close? Oh, that next group's caught up to us. And we can see the destroyer's 45 out. So we've made the best decision this time. We've considered the speeds of the ships, of the enemies, and the positions of the enemies. And we've decided to attack my target. To go after the faster moving group. To give us an opportunity to clear them up. So that we can take care of the slow moving ship. This might be taking a little while, so get rid of that salvo, finish you off. And it's 30k away now, so I'm just going to use them. The rest of the missiles, I do not want to be in two engagements. One fighting gunships, the other fighting. Oh gosh, how many of them are there? This is not good at all. You avoid that fire, please. I shall try to take these down quickly. So starting off, the difficulty is increased a fair amount, if I'm honest. Right, attack this target, so you're avoiding. How many fuckers are there? Maybe a few too many? I shall protect my wingman by adjusting my targets to what's targeting them, because that's stopping him from then going after my target. Getting shot in the ass. What are you doing? I've taught you to evade. Evade. It's because he's got armour, he's okay. See how he survives now. Right. I've got 3 salvos left. Please just hit this, kill it, so then I can focus on the destroyer, who's seems to be actually focused on me, so that's okay. Apart from it's got artillery, let's have a look. What weapons? Artillery, medium, auto cannon, more artillery. Ooh, let's try and. Are you actually engaging that? It doesn't look like you are. It looks like you're trying to form on my wing. Seems to be a bit of an issue there. Am I shooting you? No. There we go. Fire off that salvo in front of your face, maybe. Ooh, yes. Oh, thank you. Still trying to shoot me. Try to use this view, please. Please. It's shoot target something a bit more central. Right, sensors, yeah, that'll do, please. I'm not even looking at you. Whoop. Threw in that last shot. And there we go, the difficulty increased and it's perfectly able to do that. However, the destroyer is sort of easier to kill based on it being a glass cannon in that way. So now we can refit and give ourselves something what might be useful, like what can I afford? Well, I've got X1 artillery there. That's interesting because it looks like X2 artillery to me. Okay. So 156 prestige, can't afford that. So can afford that. What about the auto guns? I like having this filter system now. So we can have an X3 auto gun because we're still going to be taking on fighters and we don't have enough prestige points for anything else, so that'll do. So we're actually pretty much same loadout. Oh, right. So it is. Yeah, the artillery on the front, Daniel, not the rear. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Oh. Let me just get myself a cup of tea. Enjoy the Be Right Back screen. Oh, and if I come back and start talking, don't change the screen. Please remind me, because I'll forget. Right, the tea bag's just brewing, but while I remember, since I made that comment about priorities on turrets, and I'll probably forget again, let's put it on here. Do I not already have turret priorities? Let's just search for turret first. Still on the beer out back screen. It's all done. Next. Okay. So, turrets. Turret AI. Turrets to have preferred target order based on target size, i.e. fighter, gunship, Corvette. Yeah, thank you. I'll just sort the tea bag out and I'll be back, and I will switch the screen back onto me so you get to see my lovely, glorious face, if it's not already cracked your monitor. Here we are. Self a brew. Got a lovely massive headache. So sunny outside. I might have to just go into my garden and get some fresh air after I finish streaming, just to see if that'll clear my head up. Do you know of a little unknown game called Helldivers 2? It's a fucking good game. Lots of fun. I've already spent 100 hours in it. And I wasn't going to get it. Well, I watched a few streams, and after the weekend it launched, I then bought it, and then there was a lot of issues with logins. So despite that, I still got 100 hours out of it. Hilarious. Oh, it's so fun shooting bugs, though. If you don't know what it is, Helldivers 2. Well, the first one was on PC, and I think it was a PlayStation game as well. And that was like a top-down game, one screen. And then Helldivers 2 is third person with first person aiming, if you wanted to do that. And you're just shooting bugs, and it's just so much fun. But you can also shoot bots, but they fire lasers, and they got fucking annoying accuracy and hard to deal with. But then the bugs also have hunters that come at you and knock you on your feet and then start hugging you with their claws and eviscerating you, and that's frustrating. Oh no, it's a really fun game. Battlefront Classic Collection. I saw that. I thought, what? Why? Why is EA doing that? It's like anti-EA, isn't it? Electronic Arts releasing a classic game after butchering it to death with 2 releases. It's not EA, is it not? Do they now own that? The classics, and they're not the publisher of it? Battlefront Classic Collection.
Your simulation days are...
Ah! It's entirely by A-Spec. I'm actually very peaked on that now. I never played Battlefront originally. I missed out on that. Completely missed out on it for various reasons back when it originally released. But the fact that A-Spec's name's there is like...
Your simulation days are over, trooper. This is a real battle. No retreats. No excuses. Now get out there.
And have they just... Is it just a high resolution...
in the classic Battlefront games,
original textures, maybe slightly changed, improved textures,
and
possibly.
local gameplay. Fight with heroes.
Never tell me the odds.
And battle with villains.
Yeah.
Get ready for the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. Launching March 14th. Pre-order now.
Okay. In a week's time. Yeah, I saw the Tomb Raider classics. I was laughing at that the other day because the keys that you pick up in the game, they made them a bit too realistic, didn't they? So you got this tiny key on the ground, and if you don't know where that key existed there, you'll be damned if you can find it, which is hilarious. But yeah, I think with that one though, they hired a lot of fans who've been like modding Tomb Raiders and got them to do it, from what I read anyway. From what I read. Wish list. Well, that might tide me over if I get fed up with Helldivers in the next week. And while I'm waiting for the Homeworld 3. Star Wars Battlefront Classic. Bonus map of Jabba's Palace. Battlefront 2. Bonus maps. Bonus heroes. Are the additional heroes, or is it part of pre-order? What? Traverse the galaxy in campaign mode. And Galactic Conquest. Devise, recruit, execute. Ooh. Never knew that was a thing. I thought it was just multiplayer. 64 player online support. Vehicles. Starships. Expanded Hero Assault. Okay, so you can play heroes on more maps by the sounds of it. Oh, I'm interested. Have they touched, other than like the back end of it, making sure it's compatible with current devices and higher frame resolutions? Have they touched up the textures while keeping it in line? It looks like the models are pretty much the same given the polygon counts, which is not a bad thing at all. If they just like do improvements, touch up the lighting and some slightly higher quality textures, but it doesn't look like the texture quality's any improvement there, is it? To be honest. But for fans, I reckon they'll fucking love it. Exactly being what it was, what they remember it being, and you know, with reflective lighting, if that wasn't a thing back then. You know, you know, just some minor polishing touches, the flares, highlights, all that lighting stuff. And also being able to run at 60 FPS on their machine, because back then I'm sure it required a fucking dog of a machine to run. Wow. Really nice. Let's see, difference. What's the difference? Alright, so we're not really going to know what the differences are until
Your simulation
maybe
days
I
are over.
say what it is, or someone does a breakdown on it, but yeah. 10% off. Yeah. Let's have a look. Can I get it anywhere cheaper? Pre-order classic collection for £24.09. So like £2 odd. That's one potential place. We'll wait. We'll see. We'll think about it. Don't need to just be buying lots of games at the moment. I've already bought Pal World, Helldivers 2. That's the most games I've bought last year, and we're only entered the 3rd month, so I don't want to be buying a video game every month like I was doing when I was a teenager, because I won't have the time to play them all eventually again. Now then, I think, alright, yeah, so we've got 3 prestige, can't do anything else. We've updated them. Hopefully we're in a better position. So we've played it and ambushed. Well, we've been ambushed. Now we get to ambush. And we're getting assistance from friendly forces. So who's our friendly? We have a light Corvette, and we're going up against a frigate. And who are you going against? Who are you targeting? If only we could tell. Could be going after me, could be going after you. 3, 2, 1. I think you're going after the friendly, by the looks of it. So I think we are a faster moving. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we can attack the rear. Maybe target like reactor. Always good to be targeting a central point of the ship, especially the, what do you call it, silhouette of the ship. See if I can get behind you and fire off salvo, so we can keep trying to attack your rear. No. Oh, collision. I think one of the things might have to deal with is how long it slides for, because if you stay behind, I'll show you. So have you now entered slide mode? Not yet, not yet. You will though, won't you? So I'm behind him and he can't really get and turn to face me. So after some checks, there we go. He's now entered slide mode. I think I need a bit of a cooldown for how long slide mode exists, but then maybe that's been cancelled because he's now trying to enter into evasion. Or not. Looks like he's still trying to get me. This is a bit easier actually. It's great when you maintain a relative speed to your target. Oh, didn't judge that right. Oh, woohoo. Look at that debris. Just drifting in space. Can I shoot you before you know it? You exploded yourself. Oh. Now we can do distress call and we'll get a 50-50 chance of which distress call it'd be. Let's just see. What have I got? 103. Can I give myself? It's just filter by. $150. Yeah. So we're now sort of like parity on loadouts. And then we can just upgrade the passive modules. Oh. Oh, so let's do distress call. Let's see which one we get. Okay. So it's not the new type. And it's a Corvette who can look after themselves and is up against a group of fighters. But these group of fighters should now have missiles. Should see some missiles getting fired off by them. The audio's just suddenly gone out of sync. Let's see if I could just sort that out. How do I do that now? I cannot remember. Do I just like change it to that and then back to that? Will that work? I'll just tick that and then tick that again and go okay. There we go, back in sync. Oh, if only you keep still. My heavy hitting, slow moving guns are not good for range. You can see that they are now actually caused damage to that friendly unit. So more effective. The thing is, if I like add like even 2 more, they become way too good as a group. Just too many to take down. You rip your armour to shreds quite quickly. Right, I'll go wrong with that now. Let's do another ambushed and see. So we've got a frigate in front of us, a frigate behind us. Might as well go for that one, eh? reverse and start shooting him from a distance if I can. Let him come to me in effect, so maybe let's put it in reverse. Let's get that reactor targeted so we're hitting central mass. Speed up a bit. There we go. Now our friendly's coming in, and oh, I thought that was like, oh, we killed him. But since I'm doing the most damage, we can just keep chipping away. There we go. What? Shit. Oh, bollocks. There's two of the bastards. Right, form on my wing, please. This will be interesting then. I'm gonna have to try to do the same target, but same tactic, but this time we need to know who's going to be attacking who. Easier said than done. Other than I need to basically fly in and see if they shoot me first. So maybe we'll hold fire. And then I'll have a look and see who shoots me. And if one of them doesn't shoot me... Right, so we know that you are now targeting my wingman. So I can try and avoid you. And try and do the same thing again. Try and avoid as much weapon fire as we can. Try and match speed so we're not actually gaining distance. And he should actually be targeting me now. That's the most important thing, because I've been causing the most damage. They know when they should adjust their targets. Oh, yes! Skills! I mean, I suppose I should be doing the same thing on this one, but let's just go in and sort him out. Maybe if I tell you to attack the subsystem, we can have some interesting changes going on. So when you attack the reactor, that's going to affect the performance across all key systems. Being engines and fire rate. Speed. Holy moly. Oh, shoot the top of him. His armor's not regenerated on top. I did not see those missiles strike him. All I saw was the lines disappear. Oof. How are you still hitting armor? I'm on the top. Please. I'm on the top. Allow me to hit the top. There we go. Oh, not much left of him. Yeah. They are good looking ships in general. Let me show you them. So we've got, that's the frigate that we just took on. I like the central body and then the arms that extend out, which I'm using like as weapons platform. Same with this. So it's like, that's supposed to be like, yeah, so that's our light frigate, which is bigger than a Corvette. And then the frigate's bigger than the light frigate by that size difference. And then we've got this destroyer, which is weaker, but can have a lot more turrets. So you can see like 9 turret mounts, that's got 5. And the armor ratings, that's stronger, that's weaker. Overall, a bit of a glass cannon. And then you got this cruiser, which has got 16 turret mounts, but I might need to reduce that a bit. 16 seems a bit too many, a bit overkill. Just needs to be replaced with more larger turret types. And also the engines that you see on the left and right, destructible as well. So you can target the engines and blow the engines up, and that destroys that subsystem, so that subsystem cannot be repaired. So that's going to permanently reduce the speed and the maneuverability of the ship for the duration of the engagement, because it's destroyed now and it can't be repaired. I did wonder whether I should make them regenerate during the game mission, but nah, not for now anyway. Leave it out. If the player was ever to get that ship, then I'm still in two minds whether or not I would give the player a ship where, you know, the ship would start falling apart and permanently affect the gameplay that way, but it's not fun. So maybe I'll avoid it on the player side and just make it an aspect for this faction. And then if you've been watching previous streams, you'll be well familiar with the Luhansk. It's our light Corvette ship. And then we've got the Nex, which is a bit of a medium one, but it's got more turrets. So it's sort of like a destroyer Corvette. And then the Curzon, a bit more heavy firepower, heavy armor, decent maneuverability. Though one thing I just realized is, like with the cruiser, oh no, max speed of 300. Okay, that's interesting. Because I was playing around with it earlier in the mission editor and it was going at 500. I wonder if it's because I threw in some engine boosters on it. Probably. Yeah, probably was that. So cruiser got a max speed of 300, but it can reach speeds of 500 if you start throwing in what is it, maximum velocity. What does it come up there? Performance. Oh, we're 600 meters a second if I wanted it to go that fast. That's fast. That's double the speed. Now, can we? Yeah, I got a bit of funding. If I now save, yes. Can I just can only afford one. That's a shame. Oh well. Let's do the protect convoy. 4 fighters. 8 of them. You don't want to fuck around now. See, look, they've got missiles. Woo! Which are pretty useless. Maybe I should give them like mini torpedoes, I guess. Oh, see, they're still good at causing damage. So it's not like they're absolutely useless. It's the most fearsome part of a fighter is the rapid firing of those guns. Because if you get a few of them on you, they can effectively stop your armour regenerating. Because your armour won't regenerate when it keeps taking hits. It will be like some sort of cooldown period before the last hit, and when it will regenerate armour. So if you've got quite a bit of damage coming in, then you're not going to be able to allow it to, you know, reposition to give it a chance to regenerate that section of armour. But then also, because they are rapid firing and that, you just feel overwhelmed by the constant pressure of being hit by weak weapons, but very difficult to evade. Where you feel like when I was fighting that frigate with the auto cannon, you can easily avoid that because the speed of the projectile is slower. Where these fighters are close range, and therefore the projectiles are less likely to miss you. Right, I should be able to just now load in that. There we go. So pretty much now maximized everything I can do. Let's try the distress call and see if we get the variants that are created. Yes. How can I tell? Because there's an asteroid field here and there's a marker in front of us called distress call. This one's a bit of a travelling time really than fighting. So it'll be interesting to see what people actually think of this mission type. But then they will know that it exists in a distress call. So it depends if they feel, you know, it's there if they feel overwhelmed, or they just want a bit of a change up. Just relax a little. Fly through scenery. Thing is, the actual time of the mission is pretty much on par with any other mission. Like matter of minutes. So it's just the whole travelling from A to B to C with not much in between until the end, as you'll see. Plus I've adjusted the whole asteroid field. Asteroids are now larger, and the asteroid field render distance is much further, so you don't really see a lot of pop in now. So the result of that seems to be a much bigger asteroid fields. Still improvements to do somehow, you know, like Freelancer did. Oh, I missed the icon where you just have static asteroid background field there. I don't know how I'll do that. Well, that's an idea I have in my mind. How that'll turn out, I don't know. Well, that's something to be doing towards the end anyway. When I've got all features in place and all the missions done and everything else, and then it's just the polish aspect. So probably like last 6 months of development, which will be the most boring part, because it's just adding polish to everything and not actually adding anything new or exciting. Because the last exciting bit of polish I put in was probably that lens flare effect. Oh, and also the debris that comes off the ships, and the fire, the flame effects. There we go. So after a couple of minutes of travel time, it's like, ooh, there's an asteroid here. Oh, what's this? Ah, something's come in. Ah, fighters. And there is a bit of variation in this, so it's not always following the same path. And if I could script it, then a bit more of a variation in there, which oh look, they took my armour out. Yes. Oh, they are the armour. Ah! Where are you? Can't see you. So as you can see, whittling down all my armour, all sections. Where's my teammate? Come and help me out. You're just a break in attack. I'm just gonna head on over to you to try and avoid. Getting shot at so many times, which is easier said than done, given how fast those buggers are. There we go. Take off some of the heat. There we go. So it's effectively travel somewhere, destroy enemies, and then yeah, we don't have to do anything else. I could have done other things where we approach the asteroid, scan the asteroid, do other things like Star Trek Starfleet Command, transporting stuff, which might be nice, but really not exciting stuff. So just keep it down to a quick pace at the moment with everything else that I've been doing with it. Try to focus on story and making it interesting. And whatnot. Oh, let's go do ambush. Corvette. Why is it called just a Corvette? So, 2 destroyers. Which way? Are you shooting me? Are you both shooting me? Oh, you're both shooting me, okay. Where is he? Oh wow, he's 50,000 away. Hey, we will change tactics. Come form on my wing, they're all attacking me. We'll go meet up with you. and then we'll take them on together. So I like to think you've got a bit of variety and decision making, how to best tackle on the mission, whether you're going to take them on like head on or try and kite them or team up. Oh, so the next so they're both still coming after me, so might as well tell you to attack that, and then I'll switch in reverse gears and then once again try and fight you from the front, and hopefully I'll be the most damage giver. Probably not. Hasn't changed targets yet. Oh shit. You're shooting the other one. Damn. Didn't think about that, did I? Oh well, he took it out without an issue, didn't he? Look at that, no bother. Easy peasy. But it's also going to be varied, depending on what reinforcement you've got coming in to help you. Because if it was just a couple of Luhansk, that'd be a lot more difficult. So a bit of variety there in types of enemies you were taking care of, and also who's going to be coming to your aid. We'll avoid doing distress calls. This light frigate is annoying in the fact that it has its own missile launcher system. Oh, and the audio is out of sync yet again. If only there was a better NDI solution. Oh, reverse, reverse, reverse. Oh. Went too fast, overshot. Yes, please don't target my friendly, because you don't even shoot him anyway. Right. Stop already. Oh gosh, the flight assist's off. No wonder why I was struggling. When you have the flight assist off, then you've literally got to thrust whichever way you want to thrust to control your velocity manually, rather than having the flight computer keep you flying forward. And now we're on chapter 2, mission 1. And then we've now introduced autopilot, which I think is that. Oh, it's in prologue anyway, so it's nothing new. So a different transportation method I thought of mixing it up rather than just being like free space where you are in the area and that's it. You can still travel to different areas. Oh, actually, there's gunships in this one, isn't there? Right, good. Is there another? There was another. Fire at anything. Oh, you get attacked, I'm getting attacked. Death by 1,000 cuts. Right, who's attacking you? Because we'll take care of yours. Oh, we can take care of mine. And more likely to evade. For what good it would do. No, they're coming after me anyway. Ow. Same target anyway, what's going on there? Ah. Boom. Alright, let's just give it a moment for our armor to regenerate. Because I don't think I tell it to just automatically regenerate by the next transition scene, which is probably make a bit of sense. I wish Wing Commander would have done that. Alright, I've got to attack this target. Oh, it's attacking you anyway, okay. Moving on in. Oh, look at that expert evasion that my wingman just did. Let's get underneath, yeah. My voice is going. Right, take care of you. Oof. Wow, that took down my forward shield. Amazing. Stupendous, even. And down goes the Warhawk Bastion. Yay! We saved civilian lives today. Let's move on. And now, fly to a waypoint. The Expanse breaking. Just like the TV show. I have to reverse though. Just like the TV show. Are we finished? Lots of text. Just felt a little long, but it's fine. So that was the first mission on that one, and I will leave it there. I think I've had enough of streaming for 3.5 hours. Since I've been off for a long time. Now, if I remember correctly. There we go. Go check out A-Spec First Assault on Steam. I want it, let me. Oh, that's not the link I just copied from there. Please work. You know? There we go. There we go. Links. Links in chat. There's a demo for A-Spec First Assault. Space combat with Corvette ships, damageable quadrants, turreted weaponry. You can outfit your ships with weapons and equipment. There is a demo. You get to play the prologue mission. Which has got about 7 missions. Well, it's got 7 missions to it. There's a skirmish mode, so you can try out some of the different ships and try out the ship selection equipment screens. And if you buy the early access, no worries, I'll accept that. And if early access has got 2 chapter missions on top of that, additional weapons, yeah, possibly weapons. Yeah, it's $10.99. Or if you want to get it in a Digitum Software bundle, then whatever whatever price it would be. Won't tell me the price because I've already bought them. Or owned them. And you've also got the Independent Space Alliance bundle as well. There we go. Right. Thanks for watching. You take care. Captain B Money. I do hope to be back tomorrow around about the same time. 8 AM, or if not 10 AM. That does make me wonder, has Twitch actually uploaded my schedule that I did at the start of the stream, because I then forgot about it. Let's have a look. Ooh, 5 followers to go to 150. Okay, and there is no schedules set. Maybe I have to set the schedule as a panel. Who knows? Right. Oh, there you are. Bye for now. Take care.